All right, let's talk about this. Semen retention and life does not get easier. So, when you're on YouTube and you do a lot of research, you start to find a lot of content where when you do SR you feel much better, you're stronger and everything, and a lot of that is very true, okay? But simultaneously, there's something that's contradictory, because once you're on this discipline, you just get tested. You just get perpetually tested with a lot of adversities, a lot of relationship stuff, a lot of stuff with work, a lot of stuff with business. You just keep getting tested over and over and over again. And every time you pass a test, it's like you put more weight on the plate. Do you get what I mean? So you're like breaking resistance. You're breaking resistance. And every time you break resistance on SR, it doesn't really get easier, because now God's testing you with more. Right? I feel like there's obviously a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of benefits to it, but the fact that a lot of people give up too early, too fast, shows a sign of weakness and not being able to like handle the actual load that's put on your shoulders. Because I feel like a lot of people do 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, right? And they're like, oh, like, my life didn't get any easier. This is just getting harder and harder and harder. But the fact is that you are not looking at you're looking at what you gained, but you're not looking at the things you left behind. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you specifically, but the vast majority of people, they're like, oh, okay, like, I didn't gain this, I didn't gain that. But do you not see all these other habits or all these other things that have left you? That's something to think about too. And the thing is, like, honestly, guys, you gotta hold yourself while you're doing this, while you're on this journey. Once you hit like a certain mark, 9 months, 10 months, you start to realize how much of a game life really is. Like, we're in this life that is encoded and enumerated with numbers. Like, this is why you see a lot of angel numbers when you get on a certain type of month of SR, right? You start seeing a lot of numbers. You start seeing a lot of synchronicities. A lot of people come in your life to teach you different certain lessons. And I feel like until people don't learn that this is not an easy thing, this is something that's actually going to be tough, the temptations get easier, right, compared to when you start in the very beginning. But you still have temptations, because you're a human being. You're human, so you're gonna always have that biological proclivity towards reproduction. Okay, but my point being said right now is that there's a huge spiritual war going on. This is why a lot of folks that get up to like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, like, they start seeing like this female demon that comes into their dreams, right? Like, they see how Machiavellian and deceptive like the unseen realm can be. You know what I mean? Like, we're being attacked all the time. We're being attacked front, back, left, right, center. Like, when you go to the gym, when you're outside, you're just being attacked. You're being attacked. And I'm not just talking about like looking at certain like people of the opposite gender, but what I'm talking about is like evil eye. I'm talking about like envy. I'm talking about like jealousy. I'm talking about like a lot of other things that just come with SR. A lot of things come, but you have to understand, once the seed is in you, right, God knows that You're putting in effort, you're putting in work, you're not giving up. They say to be easy with others but be hard on yourself. We live in a very soft generation where they're like, oh no, just be easy with yourself, just take a break, just do. Yeah, I'm not against taking a break, I'm not against being easy on yourself, but at what cost? Like, what do you gotta do to be easy? Like, are you going to balance it, or are you going to fully lean towards the phase where you're going to screw yourself over? Because most people, just when they hear balance, they screw themselves over. You gotta, like, everyone's gotta know that we're being tested. Like, this everything's a test. People come in your life as a test. Everything's a test. Like, life, like, the more intelligent you get, the more you understand the delusion of life. And when you understand the delusion of life, you're like, wow, this is not just fun and games. This is just not a game, you know what I mean? Even though it is a game, but it's still real, it's still serious. It's like, what you do in this life has an impact and an effect in other realms. It ripples effect. It has a ripple effect. It has a ripple effect whether you believe in the life after the string theory, or you believe that we live in a multi-universe where whatever you believe, what you're doing right now in this physical body is impacting you everywhere. So it's important, like, if you want to have that glow, if you want to break that resistance, if you want to ripple through all the resistance, you've got to stay very zen. You've got to know that you're going to get hit with major atrocities, and that's a part of life. With hardship comes ease, but hardship is at least 3 times more than just ease, right? Because even when you think you're easy, when you're like, oh, I'll lay on the bed, that's a poison. That's a poison. When you're just, I'm not saying when you sleep, but if you're just wasting your time on bed and just watching videos all day, that's a poison. And then going to the gym, working hard, reading books, trying to start a business, that's a type of poison too. That's not like a lot of, oh, it's fun. No, it's not just fun. It's not fun. For most people, it's not fun. It's poison, but you've got to pick your poison. One weighs ounces, one weighs tons. Pick your poison. What do you want? What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like, so my brothers, like, we're all in this together. You know, all my guys that are practicing, you're on SR, you're Zen. You just don't give a crap. You're just doing it. You get ladies back, left, right, center. You're just getting people coming to your way, but you're still holding yourself back. I rate you. I really rate you. And, like, because this is not like some easy task. This is really not an easy task. Don't let people tell you that, oh, it's easy. No, it's not. It gets easier with the months. Like, it does get easier. Your temptations, you get a control on your temptations to a very large extent, but that still does not mean you don't get tested. You get tested. You get tested. You get girls coming your way, brother. It's not easy. It's really not easy. And I'm not against my beautiful woman. I love women. But it's like, who do you want to exchange your energy with? Who's the girl? Like, are you just going to randomly release your seed? You know what I mean? Like, are you just gonna, it fucking doesn't make sense. Pardon my French, it just doesn't make sense to just randomly release. And look, anyone can fall for that. Like, I'm not no, like, angel, you know what I mean? Like, anyone can fall for that, but it's like, are you trying not to? You know, are you just doing SR so you could get laid? Like, that I don't think that's even a reason why you should do SR. Like, honestly, if you're doing SR to genuinely find real meaning and real connection with people, right? With women, and even with strong brothers who you want to hang out with, and you're like, okay, like I can talk to my bros. Okay, but if you're just trying to do this, like if someone's trying to do this to just get laid, that's not a good reason to start SR. It's just not. It's gonna hurt. If you get on SR, have some goals, man. Have some goals. Like I wake up 3:30 a.m. My alarm goes off. I wake up most days 3:45 to 4 a.m. I'm up. I'm on the go. I'm doing long, extensive hours. Like I'm going to work. I'm going to the gym. You know what I mean? I'm cooking good, clean, healthy food. I'm like researching on businesses on the side. Like I'm trying to do my thing. I'm trying to work hard. I'm trying to push my limits. I'm not trying to stay stagnant. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to stay stagnant. I want to have a ripple effect. I want to have an impact. You know what I mean? I want God to get me to work. You know what I mean? Like it's not this journey, my brother, this journey's not easy, man. This journey not easy. Like I'm showing you right now, if you pick this journey, bro, just know you've welcome to the group, but don't complain. Don't complain, because it gets tough. It's not easy. You know what I mean? It does get tough. It's not easy, but you've got to keep going. You've got to keep pushing. You know? And that's how you're gonna break through. You're gonna have to. I feel like a lot of folks gotta congregate with other men. Add me on Instagram, Arsalan from TO. Send me a message. Send me a DM. Let's talk. Get connected. Build a community of like-minded brothers. You know what I mean? Like I remember one guy. He told me, he's like, "Yo, like you helped me push through." I think I got him to the second longest. Yeah, it's obviously it's really God. It's really God that's doing everything. But God used me, which is a very big honor, to get him through his second largest streak. So if you keep pushing with your brothers, if you and your brothers are on the same goal, everyone's pushing each other, you're just gonna automatically have that electromagnetic frequency raise up. Because you're gonna be like, yo, broski did 10 months, another guy did 8 months, another guy did 1 year, another guy did 18 months. Yo, like I'm gonna keep pushing through. I'm gonna get through it. And it's not about like, it's not just about the months, but it's like you break a milestone, you break a certain milestone, you feel good about it. You're like, wow, I did it. You know what I mean? Like I went through, I got through. A lot of folks can't get through. Because they're not serious about it. So if you're serious about it and you want to get through, get contact with other brothers that are doing it. And if most brothers on your locality are not doing it, you got to be friends with people online. That's the world we live in now. I have friends online that are doing this. I know very less people that are doing it that I know doing it in person. Very less people that I know that are doing it in person, because like this is a warrior's journey. Not everyone's gonna be able to do this. So that's about it, my brothers. You know, once again, I'll probably link my Instagram in the description below. You guys have yourself a wonderful day. You can subscribe to my channel if you want. Get in contact with me. Let's congregate. Let's build a group. Let's talk to one another. Let's see how we can make it through. I myself right now, I'm on 10 months of retention. Okay. So I'm trying to go through. I'm not even trying to think about like, oh, I did this long. I'm just trying to go through. I'm just trying to rip through. Just rip it through. Just keep going. All right, guys, have a good one. Take it easy.